My name is Mildred and I am giving this testimony from South Korea. And this testimony is long overdue though. So last year, January, I was pregnant, and usually 16 weeks checkup, routine checkup, they always do the abnormality test. So like always, as my husband and I usually go for the checkups, 16 weeks we went for the checkup, and that same day in the evening, the hospital sent us a message saying there was a high risk of Down syndrome in the baby. So they said we had to come back the next day to the hospital so we could talk about it with the doctor. Listening to getting that news, my husband and I were like very confused. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know, like, where do we go from there, getting that kind of news? What can we do? Like something. So that night we couldn't sleep because so many things were running through our minds. Then the next day we went to the hospital, and the doctor confirmed it, and we're really confused. So I look at my husband and I tell him, you know what, we will put this in God's hands. So we come back home. I have this friend, Ghanaian friend, she's always sharing the Nsppd link on her WhatsApp status. At first she used to do it, I used to see it before, but I was like, I used to just look, but I will not concentrate. So this time I said, okay, Mildred, concentrate and like subscribe and follow this thing. Just look at all the testimonies people are giving, and yours can be the same. You're not different from any of them. So I said, okay, let me follow this link. The first time I tapped it, it was late already because we have 8 hours difference. So it was late, and so I watched it when it wasn't live. But still, I didn't know it wasn't live though when I was watching it. But I was like so into it that I was just going on. It's the next day, it's when I subscribed that the next day when it was live, I got it and I was like, so the last one was not live. And that day, Pastor Jerry said, oh Lord, by your mercy, there should be a reverse Down syndrome. I cannot say the exact words he said, but Down syndrome in children should be reversed.
I see the Lord show mercy on children with Down syndrome, children with learning disability. And the power that raised Jesus from the dead, I declare it is reversed by fire. Reversed by fire.
And I was like, oh, whatever thing I was doing, because I was trying to do some snacks, I just stopped it immediately, because actually the time for the Nsppd live, it's when we're mostly at work here. So I was doing a little bit of work, but I was like, no matter the kind of job I'm doing, I will be doing it with my Nsppd life close to me. So when he mentioned it, I just stopped everything I was doing and I just went on my knees and I was into it and was like, oh Lord, look at your daughter, look at us, and by your mercy, oh Lord, let this Down syndrome the doctors are talking about not be the case at the baby's birth. And as God is so great, as we usually say, what God cannot do does not exist. At the baby's birth, 30th September last year, she was born. She was the most healthy of all the babies I have had though. She was so good. Like all the tests the people were doing, everything was just coming negative. And I didn't even stay in the hospital like my previous pregnancies, because I have 3 children. She's the third. My previous pregnancies, I was even staying more, but this one I didn't even stay much in the hospital and I was discharged. Till today, Pastor Jerry, Nsppdians, as I'm telling you, she is so healthy. In this winter that we are in now, like this, almost everybody in my house has got cough, has got cold, catarrh, cough, but she is there watching us. She's like, look at these people. Look at these people with your catarrh. You won't even give me, no matter how you no matter how you carry me and cough on me and sneeze on me. So I just want to thank Pastor Jerry and everybody, all the other pastors, Pastor Jerry and his team, everybody, that God will bless you all, Pastor Jerry, and that he should give you the wisdom you need to lead his people. So what God cannot do does not exist. Thank you.